Hello, we're on to the final match day out in Spain there. Who is going to claim this season's title? Is it going to be Atletico Madrid or is it going to be Real Madrid? We also have some drama towards the bottom of the table. A few teams in a scrap there to try and keep themselves alive with only one team able to come through and survive that. So let's take a look, see what happens in match day number 37 and look forward to the final match day of the season, which is always quite exciting. Lots of drama to ensure and eventually a champion to be crowned. So if we go back, 17th of May there, starting off with Real Sociedad against Valladolid. Real Sociedad easily got the 3 points on this game. A 4-1 success against Valladolid, with Isaac scoring a couple of goals and Silva Januzaj. For Valladolid, Andre with a late consolation goal after they got reduced down to 10 men, with Roberto getting sent off as well too. Alaves 4-2 winners against Granada. Harry Pons, Durante, Joselu and Rioja scoring the goals. Molina and Curtis scoring the goals there for Granada. Real Madrid 1-0 winners against Atletico Bilbao, with Nacho 68-minute winner to keep their title chances alive. But they need to rely on Atletico slipping up. Garcia got sent off right at the end of the match as well too for Atletico Bilbao. Next up we had Villarreal destroying Seville 4-0. Becker with a hat-trick, Marino scoring one as well. Carlos got sent off for Seville early on in the second half. Next up, it was Atletico Madrid, 2-1 winners against Osasuna, and some late drama here. Maya scored for Osasuna in the 75th minute. Atletico with it all to do, seemed like their title chances might be slipping away. But Lodi and Suarez came back to rescue them and keep that advantage that they desperately needed for the final game of the season. Getafe 2-1 winners against Levante, with Valina and Kubo scoring the goals. Murillo scored for Levante. Timo sent off at the death for Getafe. Real Betis 1-0 win against Huesca, with Ikaselis scoring a 57th-minute penalty kick winner. And Quichi got sent off at the death for Huesca. Celta Vigo, they shot Barcelona 2-1 to end their title chances. Lionel Messi scored first for Barcelona, he did his bit, but it wasn't to be. Mina scored a couple of goals, including an 89th-minute winner, after Lenglet got sent off for Barcelona. Barcelona 21 to 4 shots, but they both had 4 shots on target. Not to be for Barcelona, they will finish 3rd or 4th this season for the first time in many, many years. Valencia 4-1 winners against Eibar, with Gonçalo Guedes scoring a couple of goals, and Sola scored the other 2. Gil scored for Eibar. And finally, it was Elche against Cadiz. Elche winning the battle of the newly promoted teams, a 3-1 success. Coming from behind, Mary scored first for Cadiz. We had Pierre Miller, Gonzalez, and Fiddle scoring the goals here for Elche. So how did we get on with our predictions? For myself, I picked up 14.49 with the likes of Sociedad, Alaves, Atletico Madrid, and Celta Vigo. Yes, that's right, I did back Celta Vigo to beat Barcelona with a whopping 10-1 long shot. So 14.49 for me. Football Simulator had 5.52, Sociedad, Atletico Madrid, and Valencia to win the games. So I'm on top with 290.18. Effectively, I've won it, as the Football Simulator is 246. Tom on 3rd, 7.43. Cavan Wright 4th with 3.2. So here we are then. Here is the big moment. We look at the odds, assess these situations, and see where they will finally end up on the table for the end of the season. So first up is Levante taking on Cadiz. $1.72 for Levante, $4 for the draw, and $4.20 for Cadiz. Levante, they come with us in 14th, just picking up 2 draws in their past 5 matches. They can get as high as 12th and as low as 14th, so not a lot for them to play for. Meanwhile, for Cadiz, they're in 12th place, 2 wins and a draw in the past 5 games. Yeah, they can get as high as 9th and as low as 12th, so it's a bit of a mid-table scrape here. But it's always nice to climb up a position or 2 because you do technically get paid a little bit more depending on where you finish on the table. Despite there not being a lot to play for, there always is something. Going to go with a 2-2 draw for this match here. Football Science is going to go for Levante 2-0 winners. Next up is Huesca taking on Valencia. For Huesca, they definitely have something to fight for. They're currently outside the relegation positions in 17th. They've done very well to fight their way back because I remember them struggling with that winning for a long period at the start of the season. They do have 7 victories to their name, including 2 wins in the past 5 matches. But if they're not careful, they can easily get sucked in. Meanwhile, for Valencia in the 13th, 2 wins and a draw for themselves. Huesca are the favourites, $1.62, $4 for the draw, $4.50 for Valencia. Going to go for Huesca. They need the points. What they need to do better than what Elche is going to do, because they're both stuck there with 33 points. Going to go for Huesca to get the 3 points here, a 2-1 success, can lead to a 2-2 draw. Next up, we'll have a Valladolid taking on Atletico Madrid. It's a big game here for both sides. Valladolid currently going to be relegated in 19th. They have to win to have any hope of surviving. And then they have the hope that Huesca and Elche don't both win, I believe. Then depending on the goal difference head-to-head records, that might be enough, that might not be enough, I'm not quite sure, but either way, they have to win the match regardless. Meanwhile, for Atletico Madrid, they need to win as well too, because they are fighting for the title. And I'm not quite sure what happens if they draw and Atletico Madrid wins. Trying to check that out. It's the goal difference situation or if it's the head-to-head record situation, because some leagues are a bit funny like that. I think it is head-to-head. But anywho, I'm going to go with Atletico Madrid to win this match regardless, and that will secure their title. First time in a number of years, because it's mainly been a Real Madrid-Barcelona show. So it's always nice to switch it up with Luis Suarez being at the home helm there, and they did have a 10-point advantage earlier, but it has been narrowed back to make it a lot more dramatic. Going to go with a 3-0 success. Football Science is going to go up a 5-3 victory. One team very interested in the result of that match is, of course, Real Madrid. They need to do their bit by winning and hoping Valladolid is able to shock them. At least Valladolid has something to play for as well too, so it's going to have a lot of tension. So $1.36 for Real Madrid, $4.50 for the draw, $6.50 for Villarreal. Real Madrid are in second spot, 3 wins and 2 draws in the past 5. Villarreal are in 7th. They also have something to fight for, trying to sneak in to a Europa League spot with Real Sociedad and Real Betis in the mix. 3 wins in the past 5 games. And I think this one's going to be a 2-2 draw. So Real Madrid, they didn't even do their bits. They must win to have any chance of winning the title. Football Science is going to go up a 3-1 success for Real Madrid. Next up, we have Elche taking on Atletico Bilbao. $1.83 for Elche, $3.50 for the draw, and $3.60 for Bilbao. Elche, they come into us in 18th, currently relegated. 2 wins in the past 5 matches. Athletic Bell has seen themselves in 9th. 1 victory, couple of draws in the past 5 games for themselves. But yeah, Elche, they need a result here, and I'm backing them to get the result. A 2-0 victory over Athletic Bell, and then they'll be watching on what happens in the Huesca game there. See if they can leapfrog them if they don't win. Football Science is going to go Athletic Bell to win this match though, a 3-1 success. Next up we have Celta Vigo against Real Betis. Celta Vigo, they come into 8th with 5 wins back to back. They're doing extremely well. That's why I went for them to beat Barcelona, just because they had a lot of success and a lot of pressure on Barcelona there. It's must-win situations and all that. And I was correct. Meanwhile, for Real Betis, they come into this in 6th, 2 wins and 3 draws in the past 5 games. So it's an interesting one here. Real Betis have stuff to fight for. They are fighting for a Europa League spot. They might get pipped by Villarreal if they're not careful. What have I gone for here? I've gone for Celta Vigo to win at 4 goals to 2. So very entertaining goal scoring for the football size is going to go for Real Betis 2-1. That is. Next up is Osasuna against Real Sociedad. $5 for Osasuna, $4 for the draw, and $1.53 for Real Sociedad. Osasuna, they come into this in 11th. 1 win, 1 draw. Meanwhile, for Real Sociedad, situated in 5th, 3 wins in the past 5 games. Going to go up Real Sociedad, 3-1 winners. Football side is going to go up a 1-0 success for Osasuna. Next game I have for you is Eibar taking on Barcelona. Eibar are on bottom of the table, but they still have hope. They must win it though, and hope that Huesca, Elche both lose, and Valladolid don't win. So a lot of hope going on Eibar, and also they need to win, and also they are playing against Barcelona. So there's some crazy turn of events if Eibar is able to survive, but they still have hope. Sammy G says, cheers for coming to my stream last night. I don't think I did there, sorry Sammy G, but thanks for coming to my stream. And yeah, I probably should check it out at some point. So we have $6 for Eibar, $5 for the draw, $1.36 for Barcelona. Meanwhile for Barcelona, their title hopes is gone. They're just looking to make sure they finish in 3rd instead of 4th, as they could get pipped by Seville. That'll be even more embarrassing for themselves. 1 between a couple of draws in the past 5 games for themselves. This game will be pretty straightforward for Barcelona though. Going to go up a 3-0 win. Football Science is going to go up a narrow 1-0 victory. Next up we have Granada taking on Getafe. Granada mid-table in 10th. Lost their past 4 games back-to-back. Getafe in 16th. 2 wins in the past 5 matches. Getafe trying to climb up to 14th. Meanwhile for Granada, they're trying to climb up to 9th, so not too much on the line. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw for this game here. Football Saints is going to go for Granada 2-1 winners. And the final game for your La Liga season is Seville taking on Cadiz. $1.45 for Seville. We have $4 for the draw and $5 I'm going to go for Alaves. So Seville currently in 4th, trying to leapfrog Barcelona if they're lucky. 2 wins in the draw in the past 5 games. Alaves are down in 15th, 2 wins and 2 draws in the past 5 matches for themselves. They can climb up 1 spot, and that's they can either go 1 spot or down by 1 spot, so not too much movement possible for both sides. But we're both going to go off a 2-0 for Seville to conclude things off. So feel free to let me know how you think the title will play out there. Is it going to be pretty straightforward for Atletico Madrid, Are we going to see some dramatic games and Real Madrid to somehow snatch the title instead? And who do you think is going to be the lucky team of the four down the bottom to survive? And of course, there's also that Europa League drama with Real Sociedad, Real Betis, and Villarreal fighting out for 2 of the 3 placings. So lots to play for in Spain. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't, and comment below your thoughts, predictions for these games as well too. And thanks for watching. Cheers.